Namaste to you all. Welcome to Soulgate channel. Today I have prepared a classical Surya Namaskar practice for you. The poses are very simple, easy to follow. Just listen out for my cues, and if you're not sure, just have a look at your screen to see what I'm doing. We will move through 3 repetitions today, only because I think that practice makes perfect. So I hope you're feeling energized this morning. Without any further delay, why don't we just begin? Start making your way into your meditation seat. I quite like to sit with my legs crossed in front of me, my hands resting down on my thighs or knees. Feel your sit bones grounding into the earth. Allow your spine, your whole back to be nice and tall. Your chin and head in neutral position. You're welcome to close your eyes and start bringing your attention inwards. And you're welcome to keep your hands on your thighs, palms facing up to feel elevated, palms facing down to feel grounded, or moving your hands into your lap into Jnana Mudra, mudra for meditation and contemplation. And we will practice 4-part yogi breath. All 4 parts are equal to each other. Begin by taking deep inhale in through the nose. Count to 4. Allow your chest, your belly expand out. On the top of your inhale, hold your breath in for the count of 4. As and when you're ready, exhale out fully on the count of 4. Feel your chest, your belly softening in towards the spine. On your exhalation, hold the breath out on the count of 4. This is 1 round. And again, inhale in through the nose, count of 4. Holding the breath on top of your inhale. Retention of the breath. Count to 4. Exhale out when you're ready, slowly on the count of 4. Hold the breath out and count to 4. Find your own rhythm, find your own flow. Your full attention is on your breath. Breathing is a fundamental part of your practice. It's important to learn to breathe through the navel. As you do this, visualize energy moving up and down your spine. All parts are equal. Inhalation, exhalation, and retentions. On your last exhale, gently blink your eyes to open. And for a moment, pause here to observe how do you feel now as opposed to when you started this breathing practice. Do you feel calm? Do you feel relaxed, centered? Slowly start making your way out of your seat. Come onto your mat. Starting from tabletop position, grounding through the hands, knees, tucking the toes in. Start bringing your hips down towards your heels. A child's pose with toes tagged. It's a nice stretch to the soles of the feet. Reaching hands forward helps to elongate the spine. Nice stretch to the whole of your back. Take a deep inhale here. And then exhale, slowly start rising back up into your tabletop position, releasing the tops of the feet down onto the ground. We'll move through a few cat-cows here. With each inhale, lift the crown of your head, your tailbone up to the ceiling into cow position. With each exhale, round your back, tuck your chin into your chest, look at your belly button. Find your flow. With each inhale, arch your back into a cow position, lifting the crown of the head, tailbone up. With each exhale, rounding, pressing into your hands, puffing up that space between your shoulder blades. When you've had enough, come to neutral position, tuck your toes in, maybe move your hands further forward, lift the knees off the ground, downward facing dog. You're welcome to walk the feet out, paddle them left, right, finding stretch in your hamstrings. And then step by step, start walking your feet to the front of the mat until you find yourself standing between your hands. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, fold forward, maybe grab hold of your elbows. Allow your upper body to hang heavy. Nice generous bend into your knees. Rock from side to side if that feels right for you. Maybe shake your head, yes or no. And release the hands, switch to the opposite grip of the elbows. And again, gentle rock from side to side, just to loosen up the joints, warming up the body. And press firmly into your feet. And vertebrae by vertebrae, start rising up to standing. Your head and chin come up last. Mountain pose. Press firm into your feet, maybe toe heel them slightly wider apart. And root into the ground. Feel the thighs wrapping around your bones. Lift your arms up towards the ceiling, upward salute. Then as you exhale, bring your hands down onto your lower back. Lift the head up, tilt, and slowly start moving into your back bend. Firm through your feet, push the hips forward. Keep lifting your heart up towards the ceiling. Keep breathing. Draw the elbows in together. And with your next exhalation, release your hands down, come back to your mountain pose. Inhale, lift your arms up and overhead, palms to face. Keep reaching up to the ceiling like somebody's lifting you up by your hands. Exhale, swan dive forward, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Bend into the knees if you need to. Inhale, come to half lift, bring your hands onto your shins. Keep your spine nice and straight, your head and neck in neutral position. The next exhalation, full forward fold, and then step the right foot behind you. Bring your right knee down onto the ground, foot flat on the mat. Generously bend into that left knee. Inhale, reach your arms up and over your head, low lunge. Generous bend into that front knee. Keep lifting the torso, hands up towards the ceiling. Inhale here and then exhale. Bring the hands down, frame the front foot, tuck the back toes in and step the left foot to meet the right at the back of your mat. Inhale here, high plank, then lower the knees, chest, chin down onto the ground. Variation of your chaturanga. Keep lifting the tailbone up to the ceiling. Keep pressing your hands into the ground. Then inhale here and tag the toes and scoop up to a cobra position, Bhujangasana. Maybe lifting the hands off the ground, finding strength in your back muscles. And then exhale, bring your forehead down onto the ground, tuck the toes in and roll over your knees into downward facing dog. Press your heels down to the ground. Then look to the front of the mat and step the right foot between the hands. Lower the left knee down, foot flat on the mat. Look behind you and maybe check what that left leg is doing. Is it nice and straight? Inhale, lift the arms up overhead. Look up at your palms. Generous bend into the front right knee. Torso is lifting. Look up between your palms. Then inhale here and exhale. Bring the hands down. Tuck the back toes in and then step that back foot to the front of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Bring your hands onto your shins. Exhale, full forward fold. Forehead touches your shins. Inhale here and start rising up to standing. Arms reaching up to the ceiling. Your gaze is lifting. Exhale, bring hands to heart, thumbs pressing into your sternum. Mountain pose. Release the hands down beside the body and we move through second round of our classical Surya Namaskar. Start by placing your hands behind your lower back, elbows close together. Lift the gaze up, inhale, and then move into your back bend. Lifting your chest up to the ceiling, firming through the legs. See if you can go a little bit deeper than the time before. Breathe. Then with the next inhalation, come back up to center, release your hands. Inhale, arms up, upward salute. Holding here, grounding through the feet, firming through the legs. Exhale. Swan dive forward, hinge from the hips, bring the forehead to the shins. Inhale, half lift, and then exhale, step the right leg behind you. Release the knee down, foot flat on the mat. Then push into that front foot and lift yourself upright, your hands reaching up towards the ceiling. Your right glute is engaged. You're feeling stretch in the whole right hip flexor. Then inhale here, exhale, bring your hands down beside the foot. Tuck the back toes in and then step the left foot behind you. Plank pose. From plank pose, lower down with control onto your mat. Knees, chest, chin. With the next inhalation, scoop up into your choice of cobra. You can press your hands into the ground, lift your gaze up to the ceiling. Feel the engagement in your back muscles lifting you up. With the exhalation, release your forehead down to the ground. Roll over your knees into downward facing dog. Fine tune your down dog, then step the right foot between the hands. Low lunge. Inhale, arms come up towards the ceiling. Your right knee is coming over your right ankle. Your back left glute is engaged. Stretch in the left front hip flexor. Exhale, release the hands down and then step that back foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Forehead touches your knees or your shins. One more inhale here, half lift. And then rise up to standing. Arms come up and over your head. Look up at your hands, bring them down to heart center. Mountain pose. Readjust your feet, maybe bring them hip width apart, preparing for your upward salute and for your back bend. Tilting the head behind you, moving the tailbone underneath the body, pushing the hips forward. Your legs are firm. Reach your heart up to the ceiling. Maybe go a little bit deeper than the time before. With the next inhalation, come up to standing. Bring hands to heart center. Back to mountain pose. And we flow again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge from the hips, fold forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step the right foot behind you, lower the knee down, foot flat on the mat, sink low into the front left leg. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling. Breathe. Keeping the integrity of the torso, lower the hands down, frame the foot. Step the left back behind you into your high plank. One line of energy all the way from your heels to the crown of your head. Lower down, scoop up into upward facing dog. Pressing into hands. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment to fine tune your down dog here. Then inhale, step the right foot between the hands. Core engagement, lift yourself upright, allowing the right knee to come over the right ankle, sinking deep, bringing hips down towards the ground. Exhale, bring the hands down, frame the foot, then step forward to the front of the mat. Inhale here, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up to standing, arms come up and over your head. Exhale, hands to heart. Your third round of classical Surya Namaskar done. Beautiful work. Mountain pose. Pausing here for a moment, reconnecting to your breath. Into your upward salute and then folding forward. Allowing your feet to come out wide as your mat, then bring your hips down towards the ground. Yogi squat, malasana. Bring your hands in front of your heart center, your elbows pressing into your inner knees. If the heels don't come all the way down onto the ground, that's okay. Support it with a prop of your choice, a blanket, a block, a rolled up mat. From here, we'll make our way into a seated position, extending legs forward towards the front of the mat. Then with nice tall spine, lift the arms up to the ceiling and then fold your upper body over your extended legs. You're welcome to bend the knees as much as it feels comfortable for you, reaching your hands for the outsides of your feet. And come out of the pose the way you went in and bring your hands behind your back, fish pose. And pressing into your elbows, into your forearms, helping to lift the chest higher up. Nice opening through the whole throat, front body area. And then exhale here and gently lower down onto your mat. Release the hands from under the body and bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. Bend into the right knee and bring your knee in towards your armpit. Interlace your hands just underneath that knee. Take a deep inhale here and we'll move into a spinal twist, keeping the left hand on the right knee, drawing it across the body towards the left hand side. Spinal twists are a beautiful way to balance the body, the nervous system. They bring equilibrium to the body, to the nervous system. One more breath here. And then release your hand, bring the knee back up to center. Maybe hug both knees in towards the chest. And before you release the right leg out in front of you and hug the left knee in towards the left armpit, using the strength of your arms to bring it in a little bit closer. And then when you're ready, with the right hand placed on the outside of the left knee, draw that leg across the body over towards the right side of the room. Your head can stay either in neutral position or look out the direction of your extended left arm. With the next inhalation, engage the core and bring both knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a hug. Maybe lift the head off the ground and bring it to touch the knees. And gently release down onto the mat, into Savasana, into final pose of your practice. Allow your body, your muscles, your bones rest heavy on the ground. Your feet fall out wide to the sides. Your legs are open as wide as it feels comfortable for you. Your whole torso is resting heavy. Your shoulders, your arms down on the ground. Palms facing up. Fingers gently curling in. Your head and neck in neutral position. No muscle engagement required anywhere. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath here. Allow your breath to breathe you. Let your next breath to be a deep breath in through the nose. And feel free to exhale out through your mouth. Start finding movement in your fingers, in your toes, in your wrists and in your ankles. Then bring your hands up and over your body. Give yourself a nice long stretch. Start finding bend into the knees. And gently, slowly wash them from side to side, finding release in your glutes, in your lower back. Your head can turn from side to side. And then when you're ready, roll over to one side of the body, into fetal position, and rest here for a moment before you start making your way up back into seated position. Maybe finding your meditation seat, folding your feet in towards the body, supporting your sit bones with a block or a blanket. And we'll seal our practice with a meditative Kriya breathing technique called Blooming Lotus. Bring your hands into Namaskar mudra in front of your heart center. Then take a deep inhale in as you lift your hands up towards the ceiling, opening the fingers wide like a lotus flower. With each exhale, trace your hands down like you are outlining petals of a lotus flower. When they come to the level of your heart center, bring them together into Namaskar and begin again. Your movements are soft, graceful, slow. The breath is relaxed. Taking one more round of Blooming Lotus. And when your hands come in line with your heart, bring them together into Namaskar. And gently press your thumbs into your sternum and listen. Listen to the whisperings of your heart. What is your heart telling you? And maybe bringing your thumbs, your hands up to the third eye center and bow forward in gratitude for the practice, for the teachings, for the experience. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for sharing your energy, for sharing your electricity, sharing your sparkle. If you do have any questions for me, or if you want to leave a comment, I encourage you to do so below. I really look forward to seeing you next time and practicing with you again. But for now, go and light up your world, go and sparkle.